Okay, this is the next day. No, we'll back up. The day we got the vehicle. Just within like 30 minutes of driving off the lot, I've got my daughter in the car. I'm still trying to come down from my emotions. I bought these 2 goats for my kids, and I've been trying to go get them now for, I don't know, a week and a half, 2. I'm not sure. And they were out in Avery, Texas, and I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I can go get the goats tomorrow. This is part of the healing journey for my kids, something that will give them purpose, something good, something natural, something that God created, a living being. We got 7 chicks, and now we got 2 goats. We just got to go get them. So I'm wondering, should I go? I get this call from CPS out in Texas. You guys might not know this, but whenever your child dies, it's a automatic procedure of the states that they come in and open investigation. So they open up their investigation, and it's been lingering now for 2 months. Well, I get a call. Well, I'm in the process of thinking about if I should go out there to Texas to get these goats tomorrow night. I get a call from CPS, and they're like, we want to close the case, but we got to see the kids. And we got to see the kids, like, basically tomorrow, because before the weekend. And I was like, okay, well, we're going to consider that a sign from God to go get the kids. That's the goats, the goat kids. Well, it turns out that was also my mother's birthday. And I haven't seen my mother in 4 or 5 months. And so we didn't tell them. What we did is yesterday, on her birthday, September 17th, we drove out there, and we met with CPS for her to close the case, which is also a wonderful feeling to just, because you never know, how you could get the wrong person with a bad attitude, and they just got some kind of memory that they're going off of, or some kind of feeling, and they could destroy your whole life. You just never know. But God is a doorkeeper, and He's a way maker, and thank God that He is. So we go out there, and I meet with her to close the case, and we surprised my mama. We showed up on her birthday with the cake. We went in. I really should have gotten that on video. I really should have. I had her on my phone though, so I was like, I'm talking to her as I walked through the door, so I should have told my daughter to record it. That's what we should have done, but can't do anything about it now. So we showed up, we got my son's dog, and it's the first time we've seen her since my son died. And then we made a very long trip to Avery, Texas, and we got our goats. My pit bull is handling this, by the way, really well. Little princess. So we've got our baby. My nephew came home with me. That's my son's dog. She loves me so much. And I know you can't see it, but inside of this case is our goats. I'm getting ready to go clean out their pen so that we can put them outside. Hello, my baby. Oh, and weed eat. We've got a weed eat. This is like the biggest thing. So I'm fixing to go outside and weed eat this pen. We're taking all these babies outside and get the farm out of my barn. Say hello. Say hello, little guy. You're so beautiful. Yes, that's fine. Look, you totally cannot see it right now, but that is actually the pin back there. And I'm fixing to weed eat it so that not only can you see it, but we can use it. Okay, so I've got my weed eater. Been getting some stuff together around here. It's already hot and we got started. It's humid. This is my first year to weed eat. Got a Black & Decker weed eater. I've got on some boots to come up here because there are snakes out here. We have already seen several. Got me some gloves. I learned the hard way that you will get blisters on your hands real quick. This is an electrical weed eater, and it is very difficult. You can't just plug a plug into the weed eater. You've got to have an adapter. You got to put it in there, And this is not the ideal tape. I had some really awesome Gorilla Tape and I couldn't find it. But this just helps hold it in there. Just anything I learned the hard way. You don't want to keep fighting with it. So this just holds it in there. And voila. Check, see. My weed eater even has some string. So take the cap off. You just got that. Just push in these sides. I just ordered weed eater string, so I'm probably gonna have to replace it. Yeah, I'm out of string, but I got new string. Got some new string. Really neato. If you don't know what kind of stuff to get, just Google it. You Google your part, Google the name brand. This is for the ladies because, you know, I learned the hard way. Alright, so this goes in. Put the teeth down because it's going to spin. This one's go like that. I'm going to feed this line. Apparently this is I'm going to get that string through this hole. Okay. Sometimes whenever you can't find something, you have to pray and then God will show you where it is. Or if you can't figure something out, then you just pray about it and God will give you revelations to help you to understand what you need to do. There is no greater teacher than the Holy Spirit. So when I started weed eating, I remembered that stuff flies up in your face and in your eyes. Someone got me some sunglasses. So even though we look cool while we're weed eating, we're actually just keeping stuff out of our eyes. Okay, I've got to change my weed eater string. But we're going to move the camera because we've gotten a lot closer. I'm just making a path out of a whole acre of land. So we are not trying to do the whole thing. But as you can see, getting closer. I have not seen this pin in like a long time, since we had 7 chicks and the vultures came over the top of this pen and killed all of our 7 babies. But I've just now made it to the pen itself, fixing to get all this brush down off of it. I have made it to the inside of this pen. I'm so tired on my 3rd roll of string. Yeah, I'm so tired that I feel like I could just throw the goats and chickens in there and let the goats eat the rest. Is that what I'm supposed to do? So the first time I ever cleared this pen out, I like really cleared it out. I made sure that there was nothing. But since that was chickens and now we've got goats. So goats love brush and they love everything really. So I want to make sure that there's nothing edible in here that will make them sick. But I actually want to leave some of this brush so that they can eat it because they'll like it. But that right there, I've got to get that out of here. Let's see. They'll love the barrel. That doghouse actually housed our chicks last time because if it rained, I would gather them up and I would lock them in there so that they couldn't come out and they wouldn't drown. And at nighttime, every night I would go out here, I would gather them up, and then I would let them out in the morning, and that worked for us. They were still very small. I was in the process of building them a coop, and but I recently learned that goats cannot eat the feed of a chick because it could possibly kill them. So we don't want to possibly kill anybody. But we're going to get that out of here. So we're going to have to feed the chickens separate from the goats to make sure that they do not eat their food. Okay guys, I got everything out of here. Going to get all that stuff washed up. Got that 1 barrel left in here. And I'm going to get our goats and the chicks. So